So what's going on, everybody? This is B.M.T. coming at you again. This time I'm doing a different one. I'm in the town limit. This is a sundown town of Bono. I'm going through a sundown town. And one of the things about it is that it's a lot of stuff when it comes to that of certain lifestyles of sundown towns, conservatism, progressive thought and movement. Mind you, yes, there are people of different races and cultures that live in sundown towns, but you know how to properly maneuver throughout that of certain type of lifestyles and ethnicities and groups. I would want to say that in my walk of learning throughout life, because I grew up seeing sundown towns, and they still do exist. They never stop existing. I always ask the question, can you build with your own and still flourish? And I'm gonna take the back road. I'm gonna take the back road. Y'all know me, I gotta go take the back road. And can you build amongst your own and still flourish? And I would say yes, you can. Because it depends on the individual. Wow, that black girl is literally walking this back road. Yeah, you got people walking these back roads late at night. That's interesting. But it's not unheard of. Usually if you gotta go to these back roads or these roads like that, I would always tell you, either you know what you're doing or you don't. Either you know what you're doing or you don't. Either you know where you're going or not. Nobody just goes on these type of roads and you don't know nothing. And the GPS don't work like that back here, baby. Either you just know it or you don't. But and that goes to saying that, hey, when it comes to building your own, you got to learn how to depend or work with those who are efficient and progressive in your agenda of what you want to see or have built. And we're living in a time and age where that's not the case for some. They talk about moving forward, but do they actually mean it? That's some ways, man. I haven't been back here in a while. Look over there, man. See these people? How they got their houses set up with all their acres and land, and they got the harvests out here and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's telling them to do this. This is something that they have to go over and do themselves and manage and upkeep all of that. Look at that man lives back there with all them acres he has to take care of. And these are other acres of land way, way, way over here. And I'm not against this, because I've grown up with this way of life. That's why when people say we gotta get the land, or hey, we gotta, when we get land or this and that, and I'm like, well, you know what to do with it. Now I'm in a time and age where people now, they're taking the land, they're doing what they gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. They're doing what they gotta do. They're making this certain steps and movements, and it's upon that of yourself, hey, are you built like that to do that? I know this one young girl, I'm not sure, she built a house. She's not young, she's 32 or 33. Her and her fiance, they built a house out here. They got their land, they got their land out here, and they lasted through 6 winters, pretty much 6 years, and did it all. People are dropping trailers. You could take some people, I know that guy who owns that. That's Mr. Pinckney. Mr. Pinckney, he had land, and rather than not use it, he just started putting trailers down. He started putting trailers down. You know? That's gonna be pressed upon some people like, hey, like, what are you trying to do? Like, you know, what trying to forward thought. But see, nobody's gonna beg you to step up. You know, all this stuff, oh, the government, or you know, this race or that race or that. No, man, like, either you're gonna be retroactively active and do it yourself. And see, these type of videos, they get overlooked, not because they're scary. They're scary because that means, look at this tunnel. Because that means when you start out at these type of levels of working back in these type of areas, you got to put in some work, man. I'll never forget that when I started living with my grandma, she lived in an area just like this. You got to wake up. You got to know when you got to wake up, know the weather. You got to know the almanac and all of that said stuff, man. You know, I know they got them little horror movies of, you know, hey, look like when you go out there, boy. Like, I mean, but, I did it. I lived. If anything, it made me more tolerable of what I know I can withstand as a man. You know what I'm saying? It did. So you have it where as to now other groups, I'm starting to see the Latins come out here. Indians are setting up shops and motels in these areas, which aren't bad because if you're a truck driver and you're tired, I mean, you know, put a motel out here. And I mean, would they be like $80 a night? So they're not too bad. But this type of way of life, I probably give it a few more, like, will land development or like certain types of stations of chains come out here? Yes, it will. Will these people give up their land or their way of life? I don't see it too much. But what will happen is they will get old. They'll get older. Somebody will have to keep up the land. And then after that, either it would get sold off or their children would have to choose to stay out here. Choose to stay out here and keep it up. I remember back then, this road right here you see right now, this type of dirt put down, this wasn't on the road before. This used to be a dirt road. I know y'all said, well, it's a dirt road now. No, this is not a dirt road. This is a clay road. This is hard rock clay. In other words, the water gets absorbed into it and gets pushed off to the side. Dirt roads are not like this. This is not a dirt road. But I understand some people wouldn't know the difference, so it is what it is. Now we head out. Now we're out of the sundown. We're out of the white area. Now we're heading into the black area in the back. Man, they just sit right out there. Yep, that's just the South, man. People just sit in the middle of the road. No care or worry at all, boy. They just don't care. So now we're going into the black area. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to gun it too bad because state troopers be out here, man. Like, the law enforcement be out here setting up traps. Ain't about to get me. No, sir. No, sir. And that was one thing I learned, that when living in these back areas. Now look at that beautiful house right over there, man. Look at that. Look at that. Y'all can't say people don't be doing something nice with their house. You know what I'm saying? They have a clinic. They put a clinic back here. You can't see it. That's a house that was built. Look at that beautiful house that was built. This is what the blacks have built back here. They got a brick house. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, we always say that there's a lot of our people that don't have nice things. Nah, that's not true, man. It depends on, can you thrive? There's land, plenty of land. That's a good, that's a good 2 to 3 acres, and somebody lives on that. These are predominantly black-owned properties at night. You know, I just want to show y'all that. You know, that somebody has a fence. They got a fenced-off area. I will tell you this on GP. When somebody has a fenced-off area, don't be driving on their property, bro. I'm gonna just save you some time. If you go out to these places, don't go on their property when it's fenced off. That is the quickest way. You think that chair scenario was a real thing? No, bro. The fuck around and find out brigade will meet you way in advance, bro. No, you don't. See, that's one thing I did appreciate about living out in areas like this. You don't just pull up to somebody's house unless you know who they are and what they're about. You're not going to just pull up. You're not just going to pull up. And that's not a thing. Hey, you know what I'm saying? Something, but you have a lot of elderly out here. We do have some youth, but for the most part, what it's called is bloodland. Now, bloodland is something totally different. Bloodland, or, you know, as you call it, family land, is land that is passed on through the families. That means not just one person owns the land, multiple entities own the land. I want to show y'all, because everybody says, we never got the land. No, people got the land. You're just not part of the deal on who runs the land. People got the land, but you're not part of the talking points. You're not out there sitting at the table for those who are running the conversations on what to do with the land, what to put down, all of that. I was here when they were talking about putting down pipes. I was here when they were talking about different types of infrastructures, repaving the roads. Now, the only thing about I do have a disagreement is that when it comes to certain progressions, a lot of older people are kind of stuck in their way. I'm gonna be honest, man. A lot of older people are stuck in their way where they don't want change. They don't want change. And because they don't want change, they will shoot down because they hold a lot of the seats. You know, they got the church. I kid you not, bro. You'll see like 6 or 7 churches on the same street. You don't want change, but you want to maintain that same power. That's not logical. Post office. That post office is old, bro. That post office is old. And one way to protect the land, one of the ways to protect the land, you want to know how you do that? Easy. You got to make it historical. You got to show the history of the land and why it has certain significance. See, they can't change these lands here. And I got to give a shout out to Wacky World. Wacky World, because Wacky World talked about something that was very pivoting on that of how certain spots, certain areas of the South, like in South Carolina, are being gentrified. Certain areas of the South are being gentrified to where the blacks are pretty much losing their property. Not just the blacks, but people in general are losing their land or their houses. There's a story about a 93-year-old. This is the dam. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now they will tell you don't walk the path of the dam at night. No, they're not joking about that. Don't walk that path. Don't do it. Because they have gators. Them gators will come out, boy. Listen, you'll be too late by the time you see them, man. Gators do not make noises. You might hear listen. If you hear back up, bro. Like back up. Back up. Just go the other way. It's not worth it. A lot of people, oh man, you being scary. No, that's not being scary, bro. Because I promise you, that's the worst thing you want to deal with at nighttime is an alligator chasing you in the dark. And everybody think an alligator cannot move. They can move, baby. Oh, they can move. Oh, they got some speed on them. They got some speed. Now that's a black school. All of these, you see all those names, these streets that are names, those are all named after families. Because now you're in that of the area where predominantly a lot of the streets or a lot of the areas are marked by families. They're marked by families. Like, look right there. See right there? See how that's the name of a family. A lot of the blacks carry names of their old masters. A lot of the blacks carry the names of their old masters. That's how deep it goes, y'all. It goes that deep. A lot of these houses are all families. These are all families that live on the same land. Live on the same land, get married, build another house, and then move right and make children and keep on going. But this type of life cycle, will I say it's efficient? I will actually say it is efficient. I will say it is efficient. One, it garners that of protection. Two, it's economically friendly. I mean, it's your family. Y'all are spending on your land. So the cost of running pipes and water, electricity, and all of that said stuff, it's a lot more easier to tackle. I mean, that's the Wake Falls. That's my family over. That's Wake Falls. We got a store. We got a barbershop. We got three churches. This is all family. All of this right here I'm showing y'all, this is all my family. Don't worry, I'm not worried about people saying, oh, I'm a dox you, B.M.T. Nigga, please. I wish a nigga would come on my family land. That'd probably be a worse deal for you. I would never tell you to do that. That's a family church. That's our fire department. All my cousins work at the fire department, and my auntie and her friends work at the they work at the doggone post office. I never had a problem getting a job. I never had a problem getting a job. Let me pull over. Hang on, let me pull over. That's the old gas station. Yes, black people own a gas station, y'all. We did own a gas station. We did own a gas station. That's why I don't like the narratives when people say that, oh my God, black people, we don't have nothing. We don't get this. We don't have that. No, that's a lie, bro. Like, we had a lot of nice things, man. We have a lot of nice things. The problem is a lot of people don't know how to keep it up, or they don't know nothing about it. I'm gonna show y'all something. Let me show y'all. Where's it at? Like right here. You see this right here? I'm gonna see if I can let me see if I can get over there. Now what I'm gonna go on is like kind of like, I'm not doing no taboo, but this is kind of like very important. I want y'all to see this. This is kind of like really important holy ground. Like, see this right here? That's a marker. That's a marker. I want y'all to see this. The village of Pineville, and by 1830, Pineville had more than 60 houses, a chapel, an academy, and library, and a racetrack. Look at all of this stuff that we had. Frederick Porcher wrote in 1858, the prestige of the ancient fame remains. Union troops burned most of the village in 1865, except the chapel, the library, and the post office of the Gordine House. Chapter 1820, the Pineville Historic District was listed as a National Register of the Historic Place, erected by the village of Pineville. I want you to understand, though it's called a town, it's actually a village. Boom. I want y'all to understand just how old and how long a lot of our people have been competing. 1858, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, when a lot of people be trying to like talk about stuff that, oh man, we never did this, we don't do that. No, bro. Like, y'all just don't go check y'all history books, man. Y'all don't actually go to these places, bro. Y'all like to Google search. I actually touch history. I can go to these places and actually talk to people. Like, these people, that's the thing about it. When people say, can you prove that thing happened? Yeah. Because the kids are still alive. When a lot of people aren't dead, I can go to plenty of spots. The Gordine family, I know who they are. Some of them are my kin. That's not no strange like type of stuff. But let people tell you, oh, we didn't have nothing. We were like this and that, and we were stupid. And no, dude, there's a lot of things that we built. A lot of things were built. And there was no funding. There was no help. There was no, oh yeah, we're going to help y'all out and, get y'all squared away. No, it wasn't like that. It was not like that. Let me see. That's the new post office. That's the new post office, bro. Where I told y'all where my aunt and all of them stay at, bro. This ain't no game. Listen, bro. When I say I've been doing this for a long time, B.M.T. has been in this game for a long time, bro. I tell you, y'all really don't know who I am. Y'all really don't, and I don't really care. Like, I'm not even trying to, I don't have time to try to get people to understand. Like, when I say I actually am a traditionalist, like, I come from a long line of traditional things. I'm not afraid of, listen, I've been putting in the work, bro. When y'all say we need to do this was taken from us. No, dude, what are you talking about? You're just not competing. These people right here, they're competing, they're trying, they're working. Hard work. Truck drivers, people that work in state, government, schools, teachers, doctors, physicians, nurses, doing construction. Some of them are in tech. No, we actually have some that actually, quite a few of them, they actually work at the county as well as the state building, working on the servers. So I won't lie about that, because I got a lot of family members who are whizzes when it comes to tech. Like, they can fix a cell phone in a heartbeat. Give them a laptop, my cousin will take it apart and put it together. He was doing that since he was like, what, 15? So we have a lot of people that can do these things, man. The problem is a lot of people do not put their money or their buck behind these type of stuff. I want to show y'all an old a school. Let me show y'all some history, bro. I'm gonna show y'all some more history, bro. This is at nighttime. It's a lot more intimate for me, but I'm going back home. I'm going back to one of my homes. My other, like I said, we got homes out here that I belong to. Listen, bro. Understand that B.M.T. never had a day where I'm hurting to, like, oh man, like if I were to lose my home today, I would have another home to jump right into. That's one thing. Shout out to my mama. Shout out to Rose. Shout out to James. Rose and James never raised any fools. There will never be a day a Johnson will ever have to worry about where they're going to lay their head. That's impossible. That's almost impossible. We're trying to make that the tradition that we always have some type of... See, there's the thing about people talking about being rich, and there's the thing about being wealthy. I am wealthy. I am wealthy in abundance of treasures that I can successfully say will pass on. This is not a dig. It's not disrespect. But we make it seem like we don't have people that are not putting in this type of time and work to pass on certain things towards their legacy. But you have people who speak against that, men and women, that say, why do this? Why do that? Why do we even need to get involved with that? Okay, that's you. Shout out to Believers Temple. Listen, man, those people at that church do so much for homeless people, do so much for people that I will shout them out at the top of my lungs. Believers Temple, Believers Temple. Those people literally put in so much time and effort and work. It's not funny. My children for the most part, have always been raised and taught by Geechee Gullah teachers of their own class of education. They have formal, regular public school education, and they also have traditional heritage education. Y'all do know there's a difference in different types of education that is taught, right? Oh wait, it's not. It's actually not. A lot of people don't know about that. So my kids do go and get their extra curriculum. I do take them to historic areas, and I allow them to be engulfed in that type of culture. I send them out there to their grandparents or their grandma. Now I know some people are like, well, B.M.T., everybody doesn't got that. Or, okay, you don't got that? Go find people that are willing to teach you. There are plenty of teachers out there. There's a story about the rich man and the poor man. And you know, the thing about it was, when the rich man went and woke up in hell, he said, let me go back and tell my brothers that hell is real. And Abraham said to him, no, there are plenty of teachers out there. You just don't want to listen. Oh, there's a trucking depot. What? A trucking depot owned by blacks? Man, how did that get there? I don't know. But it is there. Welfare housing, it ain't raggy, it's not bust down, it's actually well kept. The grass is kept up and clean. Like I said, man, I could show y'all plenty of things that will go against the grace and the narrative. I could show y'all plenty of that. Okay, so we're now coming into the town limits. This is one of the city town hall buildings. This is where they do a lot of voting. They do voting right here. And we're coming up onto one of the B.M.T estates. I know a lot of people, B.M.T, you just be making this stuff up. Okay. All right. I guess so. Mom.
Hey.
Catch you had a bad time?
No.
And then easy to drive all the way from one part of town to 3 parts of towns. Head to Bono. Where's the girls are with Portia.
Oh, okay. Come on.
You know I can't stay here too long. You know I can't stay here too long. How y'all all doing?
Oh, that's your son.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, young man, how are you?
How you doing, old man?
I'm doing all right.
Y'all got a whole movie theater and everything going.
Yeah.
Y'all doing good. Mom, I can't stay here long. I know you want me to sit here and watch movies and entertainment and stuff. I gotta go get the stuff and go. We want to go to the barn?
You want the roof?
Huh?
You want the
I need you to come by the house and look at the floor.
This must say the best thing to do is just cut out that piece of tile.
Have Ishmael come by, and if he come by, I can fix his fire stick. It could be a 2 trade.
You already got the fire stick.
God damn it.
He said, just cut out that tile. First, get the new tile. You already bought the new linoleum?
No, where's it at? I gotta go buy that.
Lowe's.
All right, where's the stuff at, man?
So, I'll give it to you.
Where's it in? Do I need to go to the barn?
Yeah.
Compound. Yes, I know y'all make fun of BMT and living on a compound, but yes, we do have a compound. Don't ask me. I just prefer the compound. What was the job? Hey, you can come by the house if you ever want to. Come get them buckets of watermelon, squash, tomatoes, and all of them. Since you got a nice bucket thing, you can go ahead and toss them in there. You want them vegetables, but they got to start going in the ground.
Oh, you mean plants?
Yeah.
Let me see where I got that thing at.
Y'all be every time y'all come by my house, you always take off of them. Yeah. You don't know we have it?
Let me see.